Hello everyone, my name's Tony, and in this video I'm going to talk about making a simple time and date display that you can add to OBS window. It'll be contained in a dock. It'll be a standard OBS dock which can be fixed somewhere in your main OBS window or just free floating outside the main display. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the OBS main window and here is the Datetime dock. As you can see, all I have is a time and a date there, but these and other time and date values can be formatted as required in different styles. I have the dock positioned, in my case, under the controls where I find it useful for situations where I need to start or end a live stream at an exact time. I first came across the script, which is the sort of the brains behind formatting the values. I first saw that in a video by Scott Fichter. And it gave me the idea to make the dock. I like tinkering with software and it seemed like a fairly easy project. I'll leave the link to Scott's video in the video notes. So just a couple of comments before I get started. I'm going to be assuming that you have OBS Studio installed and you have some familiarity with it, including how to install plugins. If this is not the case, there are plenty of instructional videos out there and other tutorials. Also, I'm going to be using OBS Studio version 31, which is the current release at the time I'm doing this. I'm going to be running on Windows 11, and I have not tried this on a Mac or a Linux system, so I don't know if there are any operating system dependencies beyond Windows. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is download a couple of items from the OBS website. We are going to need the plugin, the source dock plugin, and also a script to format the date and time values. We're going to do the plugin first. So I'll leave a link for the direct path to that plugin, but we'll go through the website here just to see where it is. So go to the main OBS website and click on Forum, and then down to Plugins. And then at that point, we can filter on the author's name, Exceldro. And you should see source dock down in the list of his items. So click on that and you'll get the download options. Click on download. And then pick whichever download you would normally use. My suggestion, if it's the first time you're doing it, is to use the Windows installer. Click on that download. And then when it's downloaded to your system, just run it. And you should run it with OBS closed. But after it's completed, open OBS again, and to verify that it has been installed successfully, look under Tools and you should see an entry for source dock. And you can check that by click on it, and it should display the pop-up window where you can add and delete and otherwise manage customized docks. So that's it for the plugin. Now we're going to look for the Lua script that we're going to use. It's going to format the date and time values for us. And that's on the OBS website. So we're going to go back there to the forum entry and the script section. And if we filter on type of OBS Lua, and we sort on title and an ascending order, and filter there, we're looking for an entry that says Datetime Digital Clock, and there it is. I'll put the direct link in the description so you can navigate straight to the entry. We're going to click on that, open it up. And if we go to the overview section, it'll give us a brief description of what the script does. And there's a download button here, which we can click. And it will take us, it doesn't actually download anything, it just shows the script, and we have to copy it and then paste it and save it on Windows. But I'm not going to do that for the moment. I'm going to suggest we do something different. So we'll close that, and we'll go to the discussion section. And what we find in the discussion is various contributors have modified the original code to correct bugs and to add new function. And so we're going to use one of those instead of the original code. So the one I'm going to look for is on the second page, I believe. It's number 23, post number 23, and you can read what the author has done to make sure that's what you want. Once you've satisfied yourself with that, we can just copy the code, get right down to the end of it, and copy that. Now you're going to go back and open up the text editor of your choice, which in my case is Notepad++, and just paste into a new blank file the code that you copied from, the script code that you copied from the OBS site. And save that. I've been saving it in a directory predefined to OBS for scripts, and I'll put that directory that I've been using on the screen and also in the program notes. My understanding is that where you put it and what you call it is not that significant as long as you give it a file type of LUA. If you do use this path and you get an error about needing administrative rights to save to that directory, then you can run your text editor as administrator, and that might fix it. If it doesn't, then just create a new directory with no limitations on it. But once you've done that and you know where the file is, we're ready to go to the next step. Now that we have the SourceDock plugin downloaded and the script, we can start to put them together. First of all, we're going to need somewhere to put the date and the time formatted. So we'll do that by adding a scene, call it date, time, scene, and add a corresponding text field, date, time, source. And we're going to leave the default values as they are, with the exception we'll put a sort of placeholder in the text area just to keep it happy, and we'll just center that with the transform and the center to screen. Okay, that's all set up, ready for to be formatted with the date. So we'll leave that the way it is and come back to it in a while. So now that we have the text field set up to format the date, we're going to link it to the script. So the way we do that is go to Tools and Scripts, and you're going to click on the Add Scripts button, the plus sign at the bottom of the window. Open that, and you're going to navigate, if it doesn't already come up, this pointing to the directory where you saved the file, saved the script. Navigate to that, select it, and add it. And it's going to require two things. It's going to require the formatting parameters, the masks for the date and time values. And my suggestion for this is to have it copied to the clipboard so that you can just paste it in. I found that trying to type it in one character at a time, it can be a bit finicky and it can lose its place. And for the source, you're going to just open the drop-down window and click on the text field that we added. So we do that, close that, and nothing's happening in the text field at the moment. You may have to go into properties and it will write itself. So it's a little off-center there, and you're not seeing the whole thing, but just sort of bear with me for a minute. But when we add it to the dock, it should sort itself out. So let's do that and make sure that that's the case. So the way we do that is to go back into Tools, and this time we're going to go to the SourceDock area. We're going to select we're going to open the window and expand it. I found that unless you do that, you're going to miss a few fields. So anyway, select the text field that we just created, and is having this date contained in it right now. Give it some kind of meaningful name, whatever it means to you, and then add it. And as soon as we do that, you can see that it shows up. You can close that window. It shows up as a separate window. So you can then move it to where you want. In my case, it goes down in this area, and you can then size it, and you can see now that it's got the values that are not showing in this display here. You may find that you have to tweak some of the properties here for whatever your preference is. For font type, you might want a different font, you might want different colors, but that's customizable to your preferences. So we'll cancel that. But basically that's it. That is just another dock. You can turn it on and off or restrict its visibility. Date and time goes away, and if you want to see it, it'll just go back where you left it. So I hope that was helpful, and thanks for watching.